never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, oh. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nats and I hope everyone is happy, healthy and doing okay. In today's video, we are changing things up a bit because by now you guys would have already seen that I'm pregnant. Like, oh my god, I cannot believe that I am actually saying the words I'm pregnant. Like, it is unbelievable. We're excited, we're scared, we have no idea what we're doing. So if you are a first time mom here and you clicked on this video, like, we're in the same boat, girl. Like, we're both looking for information and I just want to be any help even to one person out there throughout this journey that I can be. So I'll be doing a pregnancy week by week series, just updating you guys on just how my pregnancy is progressing week by week, like my symptoms, just some basic questions that I'll be answering every single week. And we're going to call these bump dates. That's what I see the internet calling them in this YouTube mama space. The word is bump date. So we'll be having weekly bump dates. My hope is to post a weekly update every single week. But we have to start off with the first trimester, of course. I have already passed my first trimester and I still wanted to like give you guys an idea of how the first trimester went for me. Whether you have been a Nats fam from day one or you're recently pregnant and you found this video and you're looking for some company, I'm here for you. So I'm going to just walk you through what the first trimester for me was like. And the first trimester is the first 3 months of pregnancy. Right now I'm currently 13 weeks and some days I'm heading into 14 weeks in 2 days. So yeah, I am basically almost legally out of the first trimester. So I wanted to share what has been going on and stuff like that. So very long intro, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I have my notes here for all the things that were happening within my first trimester. I tried to write them down week by week because I knew I was going to be doing this video anyway. So let's start from when I first found out. I found out I was pregnant when I was about 4 or 5 weeks pregnant based on what my scan was, because when I had my initial or my official OB prenatal checkup, I was at 6 weeks and I found out 2 weeks before that. So that puts me at about 4 weeks when I found out. And at that time I was not feeling any symptoms. I just knew that I was pregnant because I missed my period, and my period is basically never ever late. When I started my period at 12 years old, like all these years, I'm 24 now and my period is never late. So when it got late, I knew something was up. So within those first 2 weeks, so like the 4th and the 5th week, there were no symptoms. I actually did not experience any like getting pregnant kind of symptoms. I didn't see my boobs getting bigger. I didn't see anything like that because, as I said, we found out pretty early in the pregnancy. I would think we found out way before, you know, people who aren't trying to have babies would find out. Because I mean, if you're trying to have a baby, of course you're watching your body and you're noticing changes, so you can tell. But we weren't trying. We weren't actively trying to have a baby. So we found out pretty early. Didn't have any of those symptoms. So moving on to like the 6th week, I started experiencing itchiness. Like, I don't know if this is a regular pregnancy symptom or what, but oh my god, I would itch from now till tomorrow. I'm telling you, like, my body would not stop. I'd just be having my husband scratch my back, scratch my neck. Like, it was in Jamaica, we have a virus or a disease called chickenpox. Well, disease is a very strong word, but we have something called chickenpox where, you know, your breakouts come all over your body and you itch like crazy. It felt like that for me. Like it felt like chicken pox. I was just itching all the time, and the itching did not progress like over my entire body until about the 7th week. So in the 6th week, my nose was the only place that was itching. Like my nose would constantly be itching me. If any of you guys are pregnant right now and you experienced itchy nose, like just please tell me in the comments that I am not the only person, or am I the only person? Like, I really want to know. But yeah, the nose itching was a thing, and then that transferred it into a whole body itching kind of situation. I was also experiencing nosebleeds, you guys, like the worst nosebleeds. And throughout this pregnancy so far, I've realized that majority of the pregnancy symptoms that is there on the internet are really things that are my personality. So I would tell people that, you know, I'm experiencing certain things, but I don't know if it's because of pregnancy, because when I was not pregnant, I would still experience these things. So for example, nosebleeds usually happen for me in winter when it's cold and it's dry. Like I usually get nosebleeds right around springtime. That's when it starts happening, right? When the winter is kind of dying down, which is strange because I mean, nosebleeds so like a thing that you get in the dead of winter, not like when it's going away. But anyway, usually I experience nosebleeds around springtime. So when it's transitioning from winter into spring, that's when I usually get nosebleeds. But this time around, I was experiencing the nosebleed way past being into spring. Like in the middle of spring, I was still having nosebleeds, and this was around the time when I found out I got pregnant. And then the nosebleed left when I was in like my 8th week of pregnancy, and then it completely stopped, but then it came back, and we'll talk about that soon. So right now we are at like my 7th week, and I have symptoms that I wrote down that I was experiencing within my 6th, 7th and 8th week, because these 3 weeks I think everything was kind of on the same page, like nothing really changed dramatically. My my boobs, oh god. So my boobs started to also itch. So first it was the nose, then it was body, like back and belly and all of that stuff, and then my boobs began to itch crazily. And then that was another phase within those 3 first weeks for me. And then thirst. Oh my god, I have been drinking so much more water, you guys, that I have actually been topping 2 liters of water a day plus tax. That's how much water. I was forever thirsty. Like every single minute I just want to have water in my mouth. I was super thirsty, and I think thirst is really a factual pregnancy symptom. Like I think thirst, I hear every pregnant woman speak about thirst when they're pregnant and when they're breastfeeding. So I know for a fact that this one was a pregnancy symptom, because I honestly before now did not drink enough water. Yeah, and those were really the symptoms I had in the first 3 weeks of actively knowing that, you know, things were going on in there. So we're moving on to like the 9th week of pregnancy, and this was where I had discomfort lying down on my back. So by the 9th week of pregnancy, things are kind of progressing. The embryo is, you know, doing its thing, and so I realized that when I would lay on my back, I would feel pain in my lower abdomen area. Not super duper pain, like it was more of like a cramp feeling, like alright, this is not the most comfortable position, because of course you're in the early stages of pregnancy, things are happening in your body, things are developing, cells are moving, all kinds of stuff are happening inside there. So of course you might feel a little discomfort. If I'm lying flat on my back, I am able to feel just little stuff, you know, I'm aware that things are happening there. So lying on my back was very discomforting. It didn't feel comfortable at all. And I am not a back sleeper. I do not lay on my back unless I'm like watching movies in bed, which was what I was doing, but it felt uncomfortable, so I had to like switch up that watching movie position, you know what I mean? The next thing that continued into my 9th week was thirst. I am still forever thirsty, to be honest, but the thirst in these early weeks, it was intense. So I was still experiencing thirst at this point, and as I said, I was having cramps. Now, one of the first signs of pregnancy that I see all over the internet is the fact that you want to pee more often. And up until the 9th week of my pregnancy, I did not see myself wanting to pee more. I was actually waiting. I was like, when is it going to start happening where I'm like going to the bathroom like crazy, like all of these pregnant women are talking about, and it was just not happening for me until week 9. Week 9 was when the weak bladder thing started to show up. I was getting up 5 times a night, especially because I was drinking so much water, you guys. It was ridiculous the amount of times I was peeing, and it was very uncomfortable because if you know me, if you're a part of my circle, and not all, like on Instagram or so, where I get really just candid, I do not like using public bathroom. I don't even like using my work bathroom. So when I'm at work, I try not to want to use the bathroom, and if I have to, it takes me a while to work up the courage to go. And so it was very uncomfortable wanting to pee that much and not being comfortable and in your own space. So for you mamas who get the opportunity to work from home and be at home while going through this, trust me, you are blessed. To count your blessings, because people like me who have to go to work, it can be very uncomfortable, some of the things that we have to go through. The next symptom that I experienced in my 9th week of pregnancy, based on my list, that was it that was going on in the 9th week. So we're moving on to the 10th week of my pregnancy, and this was where things got really weird for a bit, very weird for a bit. So during week 10 of my pregnancy, I remember not wanting to wear clothes. Everything felt uncomfortable for me. Like I couldn't do it. Underwear, bra, clothes, like even this, my hair, my skin, everything felt uncomfortable. I just wanted to walk out of my skin and just be bones, like bare bones. That's how I wanted to be. Like I would go into the shower, have a shower, come out, you know, put on my clothes, like underwear, bra, all of that stuff. And by the time I would get into bed, I am stripped naked. I am walking around in the house naked. I mean, of course, my husband probably would did not mind having that scene. But I called my mom on the phone. I'm like, Mom, me don't want to wear no clothes. Like that translates to, Mom, I don't want to wear any clothes. It was a thing. I was like, is this really a pregnancy thing where you just feel uncomfortable in everything? Like I feel like my clothes was too stuck to my body. I just wanted to be free, man. I just wanted to be free. So that was rather unusual. That happened in my 10th week of pregnancy. The itching came back. So it stopped during my 9th week, and then it came back in my 10th week. It was not fun. Please comment down below if itching was one of your pregnancy symptoms, because I really do not know if this is a thing. You know, like how nausea is a thing, I don't know if itching is a thing. So please let me know in the comments down below. Itching and uncomfortable wearing of clothes. I felt super tired during the 10th week. Also, I got exhausted super quickly, and this turned out to be something more serious than I thought. So I realized that I was starting to get really weak. Like my body felt different, and it wasn't just being tired from the baby machine being cranked up and in full gear and, you know, things are starting off. It was like, oh my God, I can't breathe, I can't stand, I feel like I'm going to faint, I feel like I'm going to fall. And it got worse over the weeks coming until I went back to my appointment and found out what was wrong. But yeah, the tiredness, the exhaustion that I was feeling was too much to handle, and I'll get into why in like the 11th week. I also experienced nesting, you guys, in like week 10. Now, nesting is a thing that happens like in your 2nd trimester, in your 3rd trimester, like late pregnancy. So I wasn't expecting to start nesting so early, but I felt the need to organize every single thing in my house. Like I just went up to my husband. I'm like, okay, we need to redo the kitchen, we need to redo the bathroom, we need to redo the shower room, because in Japan the toilet room and the shower room is separate. So I was like, we need to redo the toilet room. I don't like how it's looking now. We need to redo the shower room. And I was like planning on things that I need to buy to reorganize and redecorate the place. And I'm like, this is nesting, because it has been like this and I have been okay with it because I did it, and I am not the type of person who constantly changes decorations in the house. I do not have the time for it. It is not something that sparks joy for me. I only decorate when it's Christmas, and my house stays the same the entire rest of the year. So when I wanted to change everything in the house, I was saying to myself, this is absolutely nesting. It is a pregnancy thing. Don't know why I showed up so early, but it is happening. And yeah, everything that I've read said nesting happens like later down. So if you are nesting, or if you feel like if you're in your first trimester or we're in your first trimester and nesting, let me know in the comments. So of course I don't feel like I'm out of this world kind of thing, experiencing all the pregnancy symptoms that no other woman experience. Yeah, so let me know if nesting in your first trimester is a thing, because I definitely went through that. And I also got pregnancy insomnia in week 10. I couldn't sleep. I don't know why. I was super tired, but I couldn't sleep. My battery is dying. Hold please. Alright, we are back and live. So we were talking about pregnancy insomnia. So yeah, I couldn't sleep. I was super exhausted. I was tired because I was going to work and all of that stuff, but I just couldn't sleep. And the other thing that I was experiencing in my 10th week was bloating. And this was not just a 10th week kind of symptom. I was actually bloated for all of the pregnancy so far. Even now I am still bloated, to the extent where I'm not sure if I have a bump or it's just bloat or whatever. I am really confused. But yeah, bloating was also a thing. And then it was in my 11th week that I had my other doctor's appointment, and I was explaining to my doctor how I was feeling very faint and very dizzy and just stuff. And I was asking her, like, I haven't been getting morning sickness. Is this my version of morning sickness or what? And of course, when we looked over my blood results, because the first checkup that I went to, they did like first blood work, like blood test. They check in the initial stuff that they need to check from my blood. And the results came back that my iron levels were super low, so low to the extent where my doctor is concerned that if we do not improve it, I may be considered high risk for delivery and need to be transferred to one of them big hospitals here nearby me, just in case there is any complications in, like, when I'm losing blood and all of that stuff during delivery. She's very concerned about that. So right now I am on very strong iron meds. I have been getting iron infusion shots. So similar to when you draw blood, it is in this vein right here, but instead of blood coming out, it's like iron going directly into my bloodstream. So I've gotten 2 of those iron infusions so far, and I have been taking super dosage iron tablets 4 times a day right now to help improve that. And then on the side, I am doing other things like, you know, eating my greens, doing green juices. I'm just trying my best to eat iron rich foods so that my iron count can go up and the complication aspect of it can be omitted, because we live in Japan and, you know, I do not want to have to deal with complications and then a language barrier on top of that. Like, that's kind of too much for just me and my husband. So we're doing everything that we can to get that up. But that is really what was going on when I said I started feeling tired and dizzy. So the 11th week was really just this happening, me transitioning from, you know, medication and all of that stuff. And yeah, my 12th week was pretty chill also. Not much went on in that week either, apart from baby was growing and we could see him or her, we don't know yet, you know, on the ultrasound and just all of that stuff. So we've been enjoying. Luckily I have not gotten morning sickness, you guys. I don't know if I should feel bad that I don't, or I should actually be praising the Lord. Based on what I've heard though, morning sickness is nothing for me to want to have. So I'm grateful that this baby is not causing me trouble like that. Plus, as I said, I don't have the luxury to really just stay home and go through the sicknesses when they come on. I am working, I have to go to classes and all of that. I have to travel on trains and all of that. So I would hate to feel sick on a train, want to vomit, can't vomit, or be in a class and feel like I'm going to throw up. And you know, it kind of gets more tedious when you are working and going through all of this. So I'm very happy that I haven't experienced morning sickness, no nausea, no vomiting, apart from the one time, which you guys would have seen that video by now, of course, the we're pregnant announcement video. Apart from that one time where I vomited, and that was the key for me to say, you know what, I'm pregnant. I haven't experienced vomiting and stuff like that, but the fatigue was definitely there, you know, pregnancy, insomnia, all of those things. That's what's basically been happening. Now I am in my 13th week of pregnancy, and still you guys won't be seeing this video right now. So by the time you see this video, I am further along in my pregnancy, I hope to just compile some stuff and then just go on track to where I'm actually at, like in real time kind of update. I'm going to be trying to do that with the second trimester, but I still need some time to edit these videos and put them out. And I'm kind of enjoying the mystery when I'm on Instagram saying I'm feeling this type of way, or I'm having a breakout or whatever, and persons that message me like, you sure you're not pregnant? And I'm just there smiling, and I'm like, no girl, I'm just trying to eat some food right now, you know what I mean? So I love the mystery that I have going on right now. When you guys see this video, probably you know all along. Yeah, I know, but not necessarily ready to like put it out there just yet. We're kind of enjoying it ourselves right now. But that is really what has been going on in my first trimester. It has been pretty good so far. I just hope that it continues to be this way. The iron tablets, I think, are helping me because I don't feel how I felt when I got the iron tablet or when I had to get them. So I think things are improving there. But that is what's going on, and of course you guys will be seeing me for about 40 weeks tops or a max until baby comes. We'll be here every week sharing the weekly updates with you guys. So right now, before I change all of this dress, I'm going to film my 13-week update and all of that. So I will see you in the next update, guys. Bye.
Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever, and I feel so free. Oh my sweet baby.